Yo, 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 yo. Okay, yo. What's up, everybody? Rev Sauce 9 back with a review for you guys. First time being back in a long ass time. I'm going to drink my coffee real quick because sweeter than yoo-hoo tonight. No motor machine guns. What is Tony Khan thinking? You had something magical brouhahaing. And no motor machine guns. Motor City machine guns. What are we doing? Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Rev Sauce. Got a lot to talk about in this AEW review tonight. No Swerve Strickland. No Danielson here. Darby Allin. I'm going to keep this very short with you guys. This review is not going to be long. I'm just going to be live for about a good 30 minutes, and that's about it. I'll take some questions if people do join in and whatnot. So tonight, wasn't really happy. I wasn't really happy with AEW tonight. I do not like when they promote this kind of stuff last minute and they go off and then they do the exact reverse of what I've been saying this whole entire time. And guys, you can't justify it to me. I'm sorry, you just cannot justify this shit to me. It's hokey pokey. It's stupid. You don't bring in any major tag teams. You have a lot of tag teams. You know, for everybody that tells me AEW don't have tag teams, they have tag teams. Legitimately, they have tag teams. AEW has tag teams. They're promoting this 80s group, the Outlanders. Like, the Outlanders should be pushed. The fans are into it. You can hear the fans into it. Push these guys. They were Ring of Honor in Purgatory. Book them properly, first and foremost. Second of all, tonight, no women's action outside of Mariah May. This is the thing about AEW. You got Grand Slam being belt, and you really didn't move forward. You got to go forward. You got to go forward. AEW's got to go forward with storylines. This is the shit I'm talking about. And I got a lot of you that go, well, Rev, I disagree with you, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me tell you something. This is why people are walking off of AEW. This is why people are not staying when they don't have a good after show of a pay-per-view. People are just sitting going, Tony Khan don't give a shit. And this is not about booking at all. This is about getting writers in place to write for you. I could care less if Tony Khan's the final decision. You got to have creative somewhere. You got to have booking somewhere. You could have had the Motor Machine Guns here. I hold AEW to a high standard because they put themselves in a high standard. And I have a lot of community members that enjoy AEW a lot more than a WWE in my own community. I get it. But you got to start booking somewhere. You got to start building. Again, no Okada. No Okada. You have Kensuke Kudeshita looking at fucking Will Ospreay. What are we doing? Why are we having your best thing since sliced bread staring at Will Ospreay like a problem when he should be going after Okada? The guy should be taking some type of a stride. Don Callis should turn around and say, Kensuke Okeshida should be fighting Okada. Why are you worrying about this man? Why? I'm going to start getting on Tony Khan for it. Gonna get on him every week, every time he does it. You should not be staring at fucking Will Ospreay. You should be saying, I want Okada. I want Okada. Sorry, not sorry. AEW tonight, man. Like, what are we doing? You come off of a beautiful show. This is the shit I'm talking about. And then I got people in my own fucking community that sit back and justify the shit to me. It's a great show. AEW. Bad booking. Yeah, I know. They blah, blah, blah. No! No! Stop it! Some of my community members, man, you throw strikes at AEW, like to me, why? We gotta start holding these bitches accountable for making mistakes. For instance, Jack Perry. Who is he going against? Leo Rush. Why? Why? They should have built the storyline on this. You brought back Leo Rush after all the shit he spilled. For what? For what? Leo Rush should be in the... If you're going to treat the International Championship, right? Or All Atlantic, whatever we're calling it. Will Ospreay, you're treating it as a cruiserweight high flyer title. Put them in the right place. Leo Rush should be going for that title. You have this man going for titles or fighting top tier talent to lose. He shouldn't even be there. Sammy Guevara, I thought Sammy Guevara was supposed to be a Ring of Honor guy. Why do you have him on AEW Dynamite? Why? Why? Some of the decisions tonight left me baffled. MXM, I agree with that. They should have been in the gauntlet. You signed them for big buku money. They should be there. The Kingdom should have never been there. They should be Ring of Honor guys. Ring of Honor should be for your under-leveled talent. Your under-level talent. I'm not saying, oh, put the trash wrestlers on the trash on Ring of Honor. No, I'm just saying people that you don't have looks to have main titles because Adam Cole's not. When is Adam Cole coming back? We don't know. Another thing with this community that I don't understand, the AEW community, is this whole fucking, they got a TV rights deal because Andrew Azarian says so, forth and so on. What? He's 99.9999 that fall off the decimal off the fucking point. What? You got people running with that in the IWC, YWC. What a joke. What a joke. I told you guys, there's going to be a deal. When, where, who knows? Then you got people going, well, Warner Discovery will probably... No, Warner Discovery is going to be happy for having them. They're going to get paid more than what it's worth. I'm telling you, more than what it's worth. Billy, I said that earlier today. No, I do not see Shane McMahon coming in. I really, really don't. Not at this time. I don't even see the Motor Machine Guns. The reason I say what I say about Shane McMahon now, and I'm going to be honest with all of you, and I'm going to be real, and this is my tangent, and I'm going to tell you straight up right here. Shane McMahon ain't showing up in AEW, and I'm going to tell you why. He wants power. Guarantee it. And boy, I told you guys, sometimes you guys got to listen to me sometimes when I cover wrestling. You guys got to listen to me sometimes when I tell you guys that, I love being right. I told you Shane McMahon was not showing up. I told you the only way Shane McMahon is showing up in AEW, and I'm going to stay on my heel on this one, if AEW, okay, offers this man power. Shane McMahon wants power. Do you not understand that? And a bag full of money. The man deserves it. Until Tony Khan gives him that and gives him creative control of what he wants, he's not coming into AEW. I smell this a mile away, and I've told you guys this before, and I will continue to tell you. It has to be under the right circumstances. And I'm telling you, Tony Khan, unless he offers him a bag full of money, it's the same with the Motor Machine Guns. I think the Motor Machine Guns are more WWE bound than they are fucking AEW. Tonight shows it. I had everybody in my stream today telling me earlier, oh, well, Motor Machine Guns are going to show up. I had people on all platforms telling me this. And I'm telling you guys, if it hasn't happened now, it won't happen today. AEW just showed you how many tag teams they have. They have a stacked lineup of tag teams that they're not using. The Young Bucks are actually doing one of the best character works they've ever done in a minute. They're getting you to hate them. Let's be honest with that one. John Moxley, I told you. I tried to tell you it's Blackpool Combat Club Bloodsport 2.0. Didn't I tell you this? A lot of my community was like, oh no, Rev, you're wrong. Shane McMahon's coming. No, I told you. Shane McMahon's not coming to AEW. They had a great meeting. I told you this. They had a great meeting. Some people want wishful thinking. I get it. But you got to be realistic. I have to be realistic. Would I want Shane McMahon in AEW? Sure. Sure. But on the right terms. It ain't happening today. It's not going to happen. I don't see that happening. And why would they bring Shane McMahon into a Grand Slam that looks kind of lackluster right now? Like, for real, for real. Danielson may show up against Nigel McGuinness. Anybody excited about that? I ain't. The only match so far that I'm excited for is Jon Moxley and Darby Allin. And we all know from the... And boy, I love being right again. Guys, I'm batting 1,000 and being right. I don't need to go like other wrestling channels out there and fucking put conspiracies out there and tell you that I'm an analyst. No, I told you this for a minute from the leaks and the rumors that I read. Boy, I'm right. And boy, I told you how they were going to book this. They were going to have somebody in the way, like a final boss for Danielson and Darby Allin. That's Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley's losing at Grand Slam. Watch. Tell you this now. I'm sorry to tell you, it's gonna be Darby Allin's time, and they're high up on Darby Allin. They're paying him back for what he did with Sting. I told you this from the get-go. It's happening. I tried to tell you. Darby Allin will be your future heavyweight champion once Swerve Strickland is gone. Swerve will get his title back real fucking quick when he comes back. And we'll have probably another match with Adam Page when I'm sick and tired of these 7-way series matches that Tony Khan likes to stroke his ego to, man. I'm so tired of those. Tonight, guys, let me tell you. No Mercedes Moné tonight, thank God. I'm happy. No Mercedes Moné in sight. Mercedes Moné is becoming the Solo Sikoa of your wrestling division. Can I tell you that? Oh, and by the way, wasn't I right about Solo Sikoa? Wasn't I right? I told you guys he was garbage. I told you this. Guess what? Guess who's listening? Triple H. I told you. I've been gone for a while. Yeah, take care of health and shit. But didn't I tell you? Sometimes you guys bring a friend, send a friend, have them subscribe to my channel. Let me tell you, you shouldn't be listening to these other big channels. You should be listening to me, the king. I tried telling you folks this. Y'all go listen and worship JD. You should be over here literally telling me, Rev, you're right. Well, I'm just a bedroom streamer, right? Boy, I love being right. I tell you guys, I told you. And I also told you this. I told you that Ricky Starks wasn't showing up at fucking No Mercy. And boy, I told you the two outcomes. Boy, wasn't I right about the first outcome. Give me my flowers. Give me my box of chocolates. Telling you, I'm drinking my coffee tonight because a lot of you were sitting here telling me, oh, because this guy over here, Solid Monster. Yeah, he was wrong. I have sources. I have sources. What, the guy on Twitter that was on Twitch claiming that's your source? Fuck out of here. Boy, Rev Sauce was right. I told you guys times are changing on my channel. I'm coming. I'm a locomotive. I'm going to be flipping the wrestling IWC, YWC off its skull, off its head. I'm here. I'm the MJF. My name in real life is Maxwell, actually, in fact. And let me tell you guys this something. You should start listening to what I have to say, what I preach on this very channel. Because I tell you, I've been right the whole entire time. A lot of you don't listen to me. A lot of you, I had people on the IWC, YWC while I was gone reporting that Jon Moxley was going back to WWE. He's in cahoots with, and you guys were believing that shit. In the community, I'm like, what the fuck? Actual fuck? You doing? God, this community needs me. That's why I started this channel. That's why I started talking wrestling, because the community needs to be flipped on its head, man. You listen to these fucking 100K fucking channels, you should be donating to me. You should be giving to me, because half of the time I'm right. And I don't tell you you're wrong. I don't tell you that you're fucking wrong about your opinions. I sit here more than these other channels, and I go 12 hours a day, maybe more. I do more. I sit here. Trust me. Tonight, AEW wasn't good. It was bad. It was terrible. I'll be honest with you. It was absolutely no build-up. No build-up. It's rushing to build. You excited about the Young Bucks and fucking Will Ospreay and his friend, which that's going to end up being a loss? Why do we have Kaneshiki Teshida looking at fucking Will Ospreay for the title when he should be fighting Okada? Okada at Grand Slam. What are we doing? Where's Okada? Out in Bangladesh? Yeah, out in Bangladesh with a title that doesn't fucking matter in AEW. Justify it to me. I want people to justify it to me. Tell me when I'm telling lies. You want to know why the AEW fan base is walking off their product when you don't have Okada, you don't have the things in fucking place? I'm on one tonight about AEW for the short time I'm going to be streaming before I get to game streaming tonight. And I'm telling you, I'm on one. I'm on fire. They did not build up anything. They're building up Mariah May and Toni Storm too. Where's Jamie Hayter? Where's Jamie Hayter and Saraya? What happened to that? What, am I going to wait for it on fucking third show Rampage for it to happen? Or wait, I'm going to wait for their fourth show to come out on Fox called Shockwave. For those rumors and speculation, and people are already making it out and running with it, that it's already signed, sealed, and fucking delivered. There is no deal that's been done. They're in preliminary talks, early talks on happening. It's not a done deal yet. And if it is, they're either going to be on Tubi or they're going to be on fucking Fox Sports 1 or 2. And I was telling you guys this 6 months ago. I told you 6 months ago. But a lot of you don't watch my channel. I tried to tell you 6 months ago that AEW is going to Fox. FSX. I told you this. Everybody laughed at me when I said this to you. Now look at all you. Look at all these channels now talking about it. And everybody telling everybody, oh man, boy, give me my flowers. Give me my cake. Boy, I love being right. I love when the wrestling community, IWC, YWC, is blind and they don't want to listen to shit. I was telling you this for a while ago, a minute ago. I even said Amazon Prime. I even told you that. And you know what? Everything I've said so far is coming true. Coming true. I even told this today. I even said this today. If they do not get a deal with Warner Brothers Discovery and Warner Brothers Discovery drops the ball here, I see them on Hulu/Disney Plus, pay-per-views and all. Tell you this now. I tell you this. If they don't get a deal here in the next month or two and you don't see stuff on Max and people start talking and Tony Khan doesn't sign a deal and Warner Discovery pulls their deal off the table, I see them going to Fox. They have no other choice. They have no other choice. And Fox would probably pay them a little bit more than what Warner Discovery is going to do. So I tell you guys this. Nobody wants to listen to anything I have to say when it comes to these things, man. Everybody tells me, Rev Sauce, ho, 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 ho. Guess what? I've been right. Maybe you should watch my channel more often. Some of you need to watch my channel, subscribe, tip me. Because you know damn well I'm right. I get laughed at and called an AEW fanboy, or I get called an JD Light. But this motherfucker over here has been calling it, as I say, I've been taking my shots. Boy. And then it's funny how Sean Ross Sapp and this guy over here on the left side, I've been saying this for months. Way before Sean Ross Sapp. Way before an Andrew Azarian or JD. I have. Look the footage up. AEW tonight, man. I don't know what to tell you. Christian Cage came out. Tony Schiavone introduced Christian Cage and the Parsi to the ring to booze before bringing up the Casino Gauntlet contract. Christian Cage is going to hold this. I guarantee they're going to have Christian Cage hold it until their next biggest pay-per-view, which is going to be Wrestle Dream. You're going to give Darby Allin the title to lose to Christian Cage. Guarantee it. Christian Cage will be your champion. He'll walk with it for a while. MJF has got off of TV. It's not storyline. Actually has to go film movies. You know, a lot of you complain in my channel, and a lot of you complain about AEW not building up stars. This is the prime opportunity for them too. Darby Allin. What is everybody gonna be mad when he's champion? I won't. I actually will say, you know what? He deserves it. The man's put in his body, mind, and soul, and sweat and tears. Tag team match. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I misread. I didn't see your comment. I've been on it. I've been on one. I apologize, Billy. My bad. AEW pissed me off in the tag team match. Why is Bryan Danielson not wrestling Darby, but Nigel McGuinness? What the fuck? They're building up a story. So Nigel McGuinness for a while has been saying, for a minute, that he wants to end Danielson because he thinks Danielson doesn't deserve the title. So they're doing that. Darby Allin is putting his title shot on the line against John Moxley. And I'm sorry I missed your comment real quick. The reason for that is because the final boss kind of deal. That's what they're doing. So John Moxley will put over Darby. I don't think Darby needs to be put over to win a title. And then you'll have Darby Allin at Wrestle Dream in his hometown, Tacoma, Washington. Because now we know Swerve is taking a big leave from AEW for a minute. He requested it to heal and recover from his title reign. Which I don't blame the guy. And you have Darby Allin come in and you have him win the belt. Then you have him hold it for a little bit, give him his rub, give him his shine. That's properly the way AEW should do it. That's basically Darby Allin getting paid back for what he's done with Sting. Then, for instance, what you do is you have Darby Allin lose to Christian Cage. You have him cash in on him. His chip, you have him win. What do you do with MJF at this point? If he comes back off of television, you still have him. This is on the contingency if you have Daniel Garcia resign. Daniel Garcia has not resigned. All reports have stated that he has not resigned. I don't expect him to resign. I really kind of don't. I think Daniel Garcia is going to explore his options. I already see Daniel Garcia in NXT already. Do you honestly blame Daniel Garcia for that? No, I don't. Why? Because Daniel Garcia was a missed opportunity in AEW, personally. And now they're finally realizing he's a big deal because he's leaving. You should be showing that to Ricky Starks personally. The man deserves that. Ricky Starks is going to be silenced until his contract runs out in October. And then you're going to have the Lucha. You're telling me, AEW, you're going to have your Lucha brothers walk into fucking NXT or the main roster. And you're going to have Ricky Starks walk into NXT. Drink that in, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be the biggest blunder you've ever seen. I'm telling you guys, this AEW fucked up hard. And if you lose Daniel Garcia, that's the biggest blunder. I would like to see in interviews these guys talk about why they walked. And I guarantee it'll be about booking and being treated properly. That's why I'm telling you, the Motor Machine Gun should have been here. If you're losing a top-tier tag team, you got to replace that top-tier tag team with somebody. Yes, the Grizzly Young veterans, don't get me wrong. They are top tier. MXM is top tier. Mansoor and Mace were great. They've been great on the indie scene. But they ain't no Motor Machine Guns. Motor Machine Guns you want on the top of your card. In any promotion, really. I really think the Motor Machine Guns are going to be in Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling at this point. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling is booking properly right now. They are putting things together. They got fucking Athena on top of that card. It's concerning. I want AEW to partner with these people. I want a Scott D'Amore to partnership here. Tony Khan, make it happen. You need another partner. Maple Leaf Pro would be perfect for you. AEW, Maple Leaf doing Forbidden Door, or Maple Leaf, man, I think Scott D'Amore is going to get a TV deal somewhere, and I really am telling you this now. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, you better stay tuned on that, because I'm telling you, if Scott D'Amore gets a gusto and shit on him and gets the right people to work with him, I know it's not going to be an AEW type situation, but if I'm AEW, I'm concerned. I tell you this, if Scott D'Amore, he has millions. Scott D'Amore's a millionaire. Don't sleep on this man. He's putting people in place. Do you not notice it? Right now. You literally put Don Callis on the mic. That's good. You put Mario Ronaldo there. That's good. Now, who's going to be your authority figures running the booking and the decisions? AEW better be concerned, because if Scott D'Amore gets his shit right and he lands a touchdown here and he starts booking things and making it like TNA the way he wanted it to be, and he gets a good TV deal somewhere and people start flocking to it and AEW starts losing more viewers, you better be concerned. AEW better be concerned. I'm telling you this now. Mark my words. I'm telling you. I haven't been fired up about a wrestling promotion, and I was a fan of Scott D'Amore way before AEW was a thing. I said it 10 years ago. I said I would love to see Scott D'Amore be in his own promotion himself and building. I said that years ago. I said Dixie Carter didn't know what she had back 10 years ago, and I still say the same thing now. By the way, I've been a big Scott D'Amore fanboy for a while. Yeah, I can admit that. I have been a Scott D'Amore fanboy. I love me some Scott D'Amore. I've loved Scott D'Amore since 2002. And let me tell you guys, Scott D'Amore's the shit. Just very underlooked in the wrestling industry for years. This man should have been up in the cards. He had the promo skills. He had the wrestling skills. He got hurt too soon, which took him out. Yes, Scott D'Amore was a wrestler. Look that shit up. Wasn't just an owner. Christian Cage comes out to address the world title situation. He keeps saying that, look, he's going to cash in on Darby. I have that feeling Darby's going to win the title at some point at Wrestle Dream. And then that'll be a reality. They'll pay him back. Darby Allin will walk with the title for a minute and then lose the title next minute to Christian Cage, which I'm okay with. Darby's not really, as Jon Moxley said, he's not really championship material, but I could see AEW giving it to him. It's kind of like a Rey Mysterio back in the day. Rey Mysterio, like, honestly, you know, he's great shit. He was over, but he wasn't really the prototypical heavyweight champion. Don Callis and this whole thing, I think this is going to end up in some fuckery. Jack Perry defeats Lio Rush. A good showing from Lio Rush, but what are we doing? Jack Perry, what are we doing with him? Again, I like the fact that he was on the show, but they didn't make any type of announcements, no nothing to where he was going to battle for a title at Grand Slam. Grand Slam's your TV pay-per-view, right? Grand Slam is going to now be featured as a pay-per-view going forward next year, right? In Australia. You better be doing something to make this thing rememberable. Now, I have another prediction for you, and I'm probably going to be wrong. Grand Slam, Motor Machine Gun stare down the Young Bucks. I think they do sign with AEW, but I think they come out at Grand Slam. Now, I'm going to be wrong probably about that prediction, but stay tuned on that one. I may be wrong. I'm 50-50. Commander and Private Party trios. What the fuck are we doing with Private? They're dropping the ball with Private Party. Private Party should have been champions already. What are we doing? We have What do we do? What are we doing? We have Commander being signed. He should be fighting for the All-Atlantic Championship. The International Championship, whatever the fuck they're calling it. You should have Commander. Here, if you're going to treat it as a cruiserweight title situation, here's what you do. You have Commander there. You have Ricochet. You have Will Ospreay there. You have Daniel Martin there. Sammy Guevara there. Guevara, sorry. And if you really want to put somebody really there, Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. Those are the people you put in that division for that title. Do better, AEW. I'm telling you. Hire me because I will book your divisions properly. And personally, the international belt, okay, that should be on, personally, if it was me, let me break this down to you. I would have that title on, literally, I'm not gonna bullshit you. I'd have that title on Collision. And I would have that lineup that I just gave you on that show. Why? You need some fire on fucking Collision right now. Collision's sitting at 156,000. You gotta do something to get that show fired up. You gotta get that show firing up. You gotta get your high flyers there. You gotta start building a cruiserweight division. To build a cruiserweight division, you could do that through the international title. Then you have Will Ospreay lose. Then he can go over to Dynamite and fight for the World Heavyweight title. If you want to go that far with this man. I don't know why this man's holding an international belt. He shouldn't be even holding an international belt. He should be fighting either Okada at this point. Will Ospreay should be further than that title. That title should be either on Ricochet. Honestly, Ricochet and Will Ospreay can't come any sooner for me. And I know that's going to be a Wrestle Dream match. I would have Ricochet go over Will Ospreay. I said that now. Why? Because Will Ospreay deserves to be in a bigger arena with a bigger title on the line. I think the next title you have Will Ospreay go, if it's not going to be Kanishige Kudeshita, which, let's give Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling a round of applause right now. 2 matches with Kanishige Kudeshita, Mike fucking Bailey, and fucking Josh Alexander. That's how you book him. You book him strong. Tony Khan, take notes, because obviously Scott D'Amore knows what he's got with Shinsuke or Kaneshige. That man is good shit. You just don't book him properly, just like you don't Okada. Okada, bitches. That's all he says, bitches. Let me put my middle finger out, bitches. What the fuck are we doing? That title's a joke. If you really want to go there, he only fights once a month. Once a month. Maybe twice a month. When Okada gets up out of bed, he pisses excellence and he thinks that title doesn't need to be defended. That's so shitty. They're treating him like Roman Reigns. If you're going to have Okada be that way, you should have him win the big belt and have him do that shit. See, it would be believable if he wasn't holding a title that's below the World Heavyweight title. He can do that all he wants with the World Heavyweight title. I wouldn't give a fuck. Because Roman Reigns did that for the longest as a heel. But you have this guy holding a title that's supposed to be somewhat an everyday title, and you've done nothing. Adam Page. Then Jeff Jarrett. What are we doing again? Again? Grand Slam, Jeff Jarrett, Adam Page. I thought this was supposed to be done at a, I thought this was supposed to be a pre-show thing between both of them. Now they're doing it as a Grand Slam thing. Beyond me. I got Adam Page going over fucking Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett's there to pretty much just put people over. Okada was on the show. I take it back. Maybe I didn't pay attention. Yes, I watched the show, but probably I was cooking dinner and didn't pay attention to Okada being on fucking television because that's how relevant he is. Renice Riquette, backstage with Okada, said he's defending his title out of the right of his life. Bought off tears. Don Callis walked in with, finally, okay, cool. Finally. I probably missed that because I was cooking. By the way, guys, I have a life. I was cooking. I did watch enough of AEW, so I apologize. This was before. How did I miss this before? So I'll say when I miss something. And he did the same thing with Will Ospreay. Looked at him like, so what are we doing? What title is he going for? That's what I don't understand. I should have said that better. What title is he fighting for? International? Or sorry, the Continental? Or the fucking International? Which one are we doing with? You need to have him have a payoff and win the title at this point, man. Okada's been ice cold. Darby Allin face to face with fucking Jon Moxley. Great segment. Jon Moxley ain't winning. Jon Moxley ain't winning a title shot. I don't see Jon Moxley taking the belt off of fucking Danielson. Not from what I've been reading, not from what I've been seeing. I'm going by what has been said, what I've been reading. I'm going off. I'm about 75% the way there. I think Darby Allin's your next champion. It makes sense. They're putting a big boss in front of him. It makes sense. And I understand where Tony's going with this because they got to make Darby Allin look strong. And I didn't even know Darby Allin has a bargaining title shot chip. I forgot he did. So what's the point of the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royale that they had about the Gauntlet? What was the whole point of that if you had Darby Allin? I guess they got to give something to Christian Cage. If they're giving something to Darby, they got to give something to Christian Cage because Christian Cage has been the best heel outside of Strickland, to be honest with you. Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho. And Chris Jericho. Coins in his Bentley. Who cares? And we're reliving 4 years ago of storylines with Orange Cassidy. I'm just going to have a moment of silence for Orange Cassidy for a second because Orange Cassidy sucks right now. And it's really sad. We're going to have some dongs for him. Dong. This shit's going downhill real quick. He's going into the vortex of fucking Chris Jericho, and it's really sad. They don't know what they're doing with him either, and it's really sad. What they need to do with Orange Cassidy, and here's my thing, have him turn on Mark Briscoe, have him turn heel. Have him go for that Ring of Honor championship and have him win it. That's how you put That's how you put fucking. I don't give a care about the suit. Nigel McGuinness lays out a huge challenge for Danielson. Who cares? Are you guys really caring about Nigel McGuinness coming out of retirement just to beat Danielson? And he's probably going to lose against Danielson anyway. Will Ospreay. Kyle Fletcher wins the tag team gauntlet match. Do you guys really care? There was no Motor City Machine Guns. There was no any surprises. This was pretty much just a bunch of tag teams that we haven't seen because Tony Khan don't feature the tag team division. But like, barely. He features the Acclaim, FTR, and something else. But he don't fucking... I'm sorry, he just doesn't. The Outlanders look great. I get why Tony Khan likes them. I get it. I get the whole buzz with them. But again, are they going to be in purgatory of the tag team division? That's going to be the $1 million question. I got to give this show a review score. I'm going to be fair to it. I'm going to be in the C++ side. I'm not going to truly say it was average. There were some things, if you want to go there. I thought the Moxley stuff, Kadeshita and Will Ospreay staring each other down was pretty cool. I did not see the Okada. Maybe I need to go watch it on replay on the Cloud DVR again and maybe see what I missed. I was cooking dinner. But yeah, tonight's show, man, down. I get why people are turning away and watching other things than AEW. When you're not giving a purpose or a reason, again, let me tell you this. Yes, I shit on WWE a lot and I shit on AEW a lot. But lately I've been praising WWE lately a little bit more because they're actually building storylines. What's up, Logan? How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well, homie. But AEW tonight, man, I just don't know what they were thinking. Some of the boneheaded decisions tonight, like no Motor Machine Guns, tag teams that are clearly not being utilized. Kanishke, what are we doing? Is he going after the International or is he going after the Continental? Which one are we doing? Because he stared the same way he did down fucking Will Ospreay. And then Ricochet, I don't know if they're continuing. What are they doing with that? Leo Rush, great showing, but have him lose? Sammy Guevara. I thought Sammy Guevara wasn't supposed to be on Dynamite, but he's on Dynamite. Jack Perry. What are we doing with that? Christian Cage. He has a bargaining chip. He's gonna turn on Darby Allin. Watch. I'm gonna tell you guys this. He's gonna pin Darby Allin and win a championship off of Darby Allin. Darby Allin's going into Wrestle Dream and winning. That's from what I've been reading. That's from what I'm seeing. AEW's all high up on him. And you know what? Darby Allin deserves it. But he's going to have to go through Jon Moxley first. And Jon Moxley will probably be the final boss until leading to Danielson. And Danielson will probably lose because Danielson needs to lose because he's got to go and get neck fusion surgery. So that tells me Danielson's going to be out for a year. Do you know of Shannon Sharp live in IG? Shannon Sharp? Yeah, I heard he had some sexual shit. Had sex on IG or something like that. Something like that. I don't care enough about Shannon Sharp anyway. Him and Stephen A, man, they're both hokey pokey, man. I get people worship fucking Shannon Sharp and it's Stephen A. I just don't really care. I don't watch mainstream sports like analysts like that. I watch Pat McAfee time to time. But I gave up on Shannon Sharp a long time ago. I know he does the Club Shay Shay thing, and I know a lot of people love him, but if that shit is true and if that shit is real, shame on him. Shame. And he should lose his job. You're a professional figure and you go do that kind of shit? Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Now, I don't know if it's faked or not, but if it is real, hey, shame on you. You know better. Or maybe, he left his phone on mistake and shit happened, I don't know. I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff because usually 9 out of 10 times it's either faked or somebody does AI or something does, something of the range. I haven't been a big fan of Stephen A. Stephen A. I like on General Hospital. Okay, Brink I like. Okay, I'm not going to deny. I do watch General Hospital time to time because somebody in my house does, but I don't mind General Hospital myself, but I don't really care for Stephen A. Smith when he covers sports at times, man. I think Stephen A. Smith is a little bit much, and then he tries to pull things into his favor sometimes. And that's why Disney offered him a shit ton of money. That's why they offered Shannon Sharp a shit ton of money. Oh. Who knows? Shannon Sharp, if that shit's real, man, and I don't feel sorry for Shannon Sharp. I really don't. Whatever happens, he'll probably get fired. If it's real. He'll probably get fired or he'll get severely fined. I don't know. I know people are talking about it in the world of X and all the social media stuff. I don't go on X and stuff like that, man. I have an Instagram and I have other things, but I don't really go deep like that looking at celebrities and shit, man. I really kind of don't. I know Taylor Swift last night. Everybody was telling me, "Oh, Taylor Swift took a picture up there on the Cantley," and I'm like, "Great, cool, yeah." I'm not like the biggest fan like that, honestly. But on the wrestling side, that was my wrestling review for the week. I mean, as far as AEW goes, as far as Dynamite goes, I wasn't really the biggest fan of Dynamite. There was things that I went on tangents tonight because it's like AEW, man, you're building up for your next pay-per-view. Like, this is the thing I don't understand. They need to start spreading their stuff apart on things, man. Like, it hurts them when they do pay-per-views like that. They should do All Out, honestly, as their payback show or their No Mercy or their Backlash show. They should do things differently. That's just my personal opinion. But anyway, this show gets a C++ for me. I would say 6.75. I'm not a big fan. This week's AEW, man, they got to do better. And they need to start keeping fans intrigued, and they're not doing that. People are getting more turned off with their product and staying around. And that's disappointing because AEW has a pretty good show when they want to book it properly. And they have plenty of tag teams. There's no need. There's somebody should not be telling me, and I've been told this between streams, I don't have tag teams. They're just not featuring them properly. You have the Grizzly Young Veterans that were the Parseeds over on, or whatever. They were part of Joe Gacy's group over in fucking NXT. And they did nothing with them there, and they're doing nothing. I hope they do something with them on AEW. I hope they just don't keep battling FTR, and get in the purgatory of FTR. But who knows? All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to be back with some game streaming on all sides. Or maybe just Twitch and Kick. I don't know. Not 100%. I streamed pretty long yesterday into this morning. If not, I'll be back in the morning. We'll probably be watching TNA this week to make up for not doing reviews for NXT and Monday Night Raw. And then we got the premiere of SmackDown on USA, and I'm kind of grateful they're back on USA for that. So now I can get it on satellite times, and I can watch it on DirecTV stream properly. You know, and then I got to go switch to YouTube TV to go watch my college football this weekend. Go USC, go UCLA. Big Ten's heating up. So anyway, I'll see you guys in shortly. All right. Peace.